This is a standalone PDIF TOSLINK recorder. Connect an optical source, insert a microSD card, and it writes the digital audio straight to a bit-perfect WAV file. No PC needed. The whole unit is just 51 by 51 millimeters and 16 millimeters thick, and all you need to control is on the top panel. Here's how simple it is to start recording when the source is already playing. Power on. Ready? Recording. That's it. To make the best use of it, let's walk through each part. First, the things you need: a source with TOSLINK output, anywhere from 44.1 to 96 kHz. As an example, I'm using a USB DAC connected to PC, a TOSLINK optical cable, to connect the source to this recorder. For power, any USB charger with a microSD cable will do. If you want serial communication with PC, connect this port to the PC instead. You will also need a microSD card and a card reader to format the card and to read the recordings later. So let's start by preparing the card. For this recorder, use an SDXC card. SDXC starts at 64 GB, which is plenty even for long high-res recording sessions. For more detailed card recommendations, check the link in the description. Insert the card into the card reader on your PC and use SD card formatter. We recommend this tool because it's the official utility from the SD Association, and it's optimized for SD cards. Select the card, choose Quick Format, and click Format. There is no option to specify the file system, but formatting an SDXC card with this tool will automatically format it as exFAT. The card is now ready. After formatting, insert the card into the recorder and check that it is recognized. Connect the power, and if the LED comes on and stays steady, the card is ready to use. If the LED blinks, the card is not recognized. In that case, check the card type and the format. With the card ready, let's look at the two audio settings you need to set before recording. This recorder detects the sampling rate automatically from the source, so the rate has to be set on the source side. For DAC connected to PC, open Sound and select Properties to set the sampling rate, anywhere from 44.1 to 96 kHz. For the bit resolution on the source side, choose 24-bit or 16-bit. On the recorder side, you can set the bit resolution of the WAV file format that will be written. Slide the 16-bit, 24-bit switch on the top. It is recommended to set the source bit resolution and the recorder bit resolution to the same value. Otherwise, when the WAV file is created, the source bit resolution will be truncated, or unnecessary bit resolution will be set in the format. With these set, you're ready to record. Plug in the power, the LED comes on, and the recorder is in stop state. Press the Start/Stop button. The recorder is now in standby, waiting for a signal. Start playing on the source, and the recorder begins recording. The LED blinks while recording. When playback on the source ends and silence is detected, the recorder automatically returns to standby. If you press the Start/Stop button again, and the recorder returns to stop state. You can also press it while recording, and it will go to stop. If you are not sure what state the recorder is in, press the Reset button on the right to return to the state right after power on. So in standby, when the music starts, the recorder starts recording. While recording, when the music stops, it stops automatically. But what about between tracks? That's where auto split comes in. This is how auto split works. To make it easier to follow, let's play a WAV file with a visible waveform and watch how the recorder behaves. As mentioned earlier, when music starts in standby mode, the recorder automatically goes into recording state. If the recorder detects a short gap, it splits the WAV file and continues recording. This is another short gap to split the WAV file. The split happens at the end of the gap. If the recorder detects a long silence, it closes the WAV file back to the point where the silence started and returns to standby. When music starts again, it starts a new file. So each track is recorded as its own WAV file, automatically without including the silence. The generated files are named record1.wav, record2.wav, and so on. Here is the source music alongside the WAV files that the recorder split automatically. You can see that the files are nicely split, with the long silence sections removed. So far we've covered everything you need to record. Next, let's look at a couple of things that go a step further. Inside, this recorder runs on a Raspberry Pi Pico, so, of course, it offers some features that are commonly available on the Raspberry Pi Pico. The first one is a serial terminal. Connect the recorder to PC with USB and open a serial terminal. Press H to bring up the current settings and the list of commands. From here, you can switch bit resolution, toggle auto split, do a manual split while recording, and more. For details, check the link in the description. Another benefit of the serial terminal is real-time monitoring. While recording, the file name, sampling rate, and bit resolution are logged live. The second one is firmware update. To update the firmware, first download the WAV to file from the link in the description. Next, on the recorder, press the boot button with the pin through the small hole next to the status LED, and while holding it, press and release the reset button. The recorder will appear as a drive on your PC. Drag the WAV to file into the drive, and the firmware is updated. That's everything. From here, it's just plug in, press record, and enjoy. If you're interested, the recorder is available on Etsy. You can find the project page on Hackaday, and the source code and firmware on GitHub. All links are in the description. Thanks for watching.